Potato.
Hello everyone, it's Let It Out with Tonya. We are in the streets of Lagos taking reaction from Nigeria based on what President Muhammad Buhari says April 18, 2018 at a Commonwealth meeting in London. That the Nigerian youth are uneducated, not hardworking, and depend on higher revenue for survival. So let's find out how true that statement is.
President that ruled a nation states that all Nigerians are lazy, while we are not. If I may put it this way, Mr. President must be a lazy man to state things like that. Let's wash around all this Boko Haram, the killing and everything. What Mr. President did? Nothing. So he must be a lazy president. So we Nigerians are not lazy. So we are hustling to put things in order. Had it been our president help us more, we will put things in order. No light, Mr. President is lazy. No food, Mr. President is lazy, because this is Mr. President's job to help us in order.
The educational system is no longer sustainable for the Nigerian youth, and that's one. The other thing is that Nigerian youth they love mediocrity. We are so used to living yes, just go to church, just God will bless us, but when you don't do what you're supposed to do, there's no way, absolutely no way you can survive it. Nigeria, the hustle is real now. So that's what I have to say. Everybody just gotta have to get up on their feet and do something so that you can be able to make it.
So it's quite funny, because if you stand behind me, you are going to see some youths that most of these shoes are produced in Nigeria. When you get to Alaba, you see a lot of engineer, mechanical engineer, electrical engineer. They have their Nigerian designed products. What the government is supposed to do is to empower these people. A lot of Nigerians produce a lot of things. So most of the time we just criticize our nation saying fake, fake, fake. These guys that are creating these fake products, why not empower them to create an original Nigerian brand? Or okay, when you get to the south, these oil bunkers, they locally refined oils. Why not empower them instead of doing illegal refining oil? Empower them so that we can have small scales, medium scales, refined oil and make it legal. When we look at the youth trying to make ends meet by illegal means, go and meet them, empower them. They have the skills, but because there's no platform, that's why we now, at the end of the day, we pursue youth that okay, this. The skills are there, but because there's no platform for it, we now see that okay, fake this, fake that. But the government to come and recognize the skill. We should not sell our skill outside. A lot of our people, they are going outside. We see doctors and they are making it outside. All we just do is to say, oh, this engineer that founded something is abroad. We start to claim foreign glory. We should come back to our grassroots. We should stay in Nigeria and find the talent, empower them, and we stop saying Nigerians are lazy, because we aren't.
Actually, very true. I would totally agree with his assertion that says Nigerian youths are very lazy. But I would still go back to the government. When education is bad and the orientation of youths are not properly developed, definitely you would build lazy youths that are not educated, that does not care about, how many youths knows about the economic development of the country? How many youths know the level at which Nigeria economy? How many youths know how much Nigeria is owing? How many youths are oriented in terms of entrepreneurship in developing their own business? Basically, what an average Nigerian youth wants to do is just to have some little money, enjoy his life, have a wife or maybe a kid, a house, a car, goes to club. That's all we want to do. We just want to be very, very comfortable. But they have not been able to enlighten, they've not been able to bring the youth to the light of, being part of, the system. You see, when I was young, my dad told me something. He said when he was young, that Obasanjo came to his school, told him that tomorrow you guys will be the leaders of tomorrow. And look at today, they are still the one ruling. But when they don't give chance for the youth to develop themselves, there's no how the youth would the potential they have. So it's true, we are lazy. Going to school is not education. I finished from Lagos State University, I finished from LASU, from Unilag, from Uniben. Does not mean I have education. It doesn't mean I am well known of what I went to study. What we do in Nigeria is certification, not education. So most of Nigerian youth are certified in terms of certificates, but they are not educated in terms of knowing what they need to know in their profession. That's just the truth about it.
Anyway, what I would just say is that I believe Nigerians are not lazy anyway. And if they are given opportunities, the opportunities are abound. So if they are given opportunities, they will do better than what they are doing right now. So that is my view about it. So even though Nigerians outside, they even do better than the foreigners outside. So that's the perfect example to put to you that they are not lazy. And even Nigerians down here, if they see more opportunities, just like the opportunities they are seeing overseas, they will perform better. So that is my view about it.
Talking about the Nigerian youth being lazy, well, I wouldn't know at what percentage that view is coming from, but to my own view, I don't believe Nigerians are lazy. I can just say if there are some sections that have been lazy, not generally the youths. Like me as a person now, I'm a good hustler, and so many people in the street of Nigerians are still hustling too, trying to make our daily bread. But still like that, we just find out that the economy is not palatable and it's not conducive for us to survive. Because what we do here in Nigeria to earn token, other people are doing it outside Nigeria whereby they are earning and living large. And that is one area I can say about that. But to me, Nigerians are not all uneducated. Just that the percentage of uneducated Nigerians to the percentage of the educated. In fact, this is a civilized world now. Nigerians are getting educated. Everybody in Nigeria, we are striving for education here and there. And because of that, now I don't believe we are still uneducated. We are partially, let me say, we are part educated. Some area whereby they are not being educated, maybe from the local and the rural environment. So let me just believe that. But here in Lagos, like Port Harcourt, like some other places I used to know, at least I know Nigerians are trying. Nigerians are trying in terms of education. Nigerians are still at least better than some other parts of the world even. That is to my own view. Well, not all Nigerians also come from the oil sector in this country. No, it is not all that depends on oil. How many percentage of Nigerians now produces oil? How many of our states? How many of our local areas produces oil? At least we can discover, we can talk about how many people come from each region. Talking about the Niger Delta, the Warri side, we know their number in Nigeria. And we know the numbers of Lagosians, we know the number of people in Calabar, we know the number of people in maybe Ogun State. Ogun now, maybe they just discovered oil in Ogun. And I don't believe the youths there are depending on oil now. At least they are making their living. Many Nigerians in Lagos State now, let us take Lagos for example now. If we are to pick randomly in Lagos, I believe no state is not represented here in Lagos. And are we all depending on oil in Lagos? No. So I believe that opinion, to my own view, well, maybe who put up that opinion has his or her own view from another perspective. But to my own view, I totally disagree with that.
According to it, looking at that scenario where which the government has to go outside the nation and blackmail, the youth of the society, telling them that they are lazy, is a kind of outright by the government. And it's trying to show that the future is at stake. Because if you tell the youth are lazy, then the future of Nigeria is at stake. And what the government needs to do is for them to be able to come together and see how they can develop the youth, train the youth, give them skills, and make way and provide structures for these youths can be engaged in providing jobs for themselves. Like I'm an IT entrepreneur, I work on my own because looking at the government, no job, nothing. But we have to struggle to be able to survive. And that's what we do. We go about learning the skills of IT, and we are today being an IT professional. So I pray that God will help the government so that they can be able to do the needful thing and help this country.
I think the statement is not really, he hasn't put it in the right way, the way it should be. I believe Nigerians are not lazy. They are never lazy people. The only thing is that the government should put the necessary thing in place that can help the youth in the society to grow. I believe if our government begin to put some certain things in place, I think the people will do well, the youth will do well in the society. But I don't really agree with the statement that the youth are lazy. The Nigerians are never lazy people.